12 years ago, several hair transplant surgeons looked at my head and gave me the worst possible news. I was not a candidate and I was out of options. Well, 12 years later and a total transformation later, I'm going to tell you guys exactly how the industry has changed and what I would do differently if I was in my shoes today. Here are the two things that I would do completely different and the one thing that I would do the same. The number one thing that I would do completely different is swearing off medication. Back in 2007, when I was a young 21-year-old, I tried Proscar. I think I took too much of a dosage, probably like 2.5 milligrams, and I got side effects and I swore the medication off forever. I didn't want anything to do with Finasteride, didn't want it near me. I was convinced that it gave me, side effects for 6+ months, which I honestly think was just in my head. If I could go back, I would have lowered the dose, tried to do it maybe every other day, 0.3 milligrams every other day at the lowest dose possible, and then ramp it up once my body adjusted. I think that would have completely and utterly transformed how much hair I had. It would have honestly saved me thousands and thousands of dollars. The second thing is somewhat controversial, but if I could go back, or if I was in those shoes today, I wouldn't opt for the multiple surgeries. I would opt for maybe 2 giga sessions at once. I would opt for maybe 6,000 grafts in one surgery and then go back another 5,000 or 6,000 grafts and be done. There are doctors that are doing this. Dr. Ted Milne in the UK, Dr. Zarev in Bulgaria, Dr. Patella in Brazil, Dr. Rook in Australia. There are several surgeons that are pushing the envelope and can get you to that number if you're the right candidate. The one thing that I wouldn't change at all is the deep dive research on the Hair Restoration Network. Today, the Hair Restoration Network is more important than ever. Back then, you really didn't have any other forums, any other platforms. Hair Restoration Network was pretty much the only one. And today, you have a whole lot of places, but unfortunately, most of the stuff you read out there is false, wrong, or just aggressive marketing tactics. You really have to be careful where you're getting your information from and who you're getting your information from. Do a deep dive research on platforms where it's patient-based. It's a patient-based community. Individuals that are just regular guys documenting their journey from start to finish. If you're interested in getting a hair transplant right now, go on the Hair Restoration Network, create a profile, and start looking at different cases where guys have similar hair loss level, similar age, similar ethnicity. You can find all of that on the Hair Restoration Network because there's literally 20+ years of review. If any of you guys have been rejected from hair transplant clinics, tell me why in the comment section. Also give me your hair loss level and your age, and I'll see if I can help direct you guys to some surgeons that can help you out. Again, this is no commission, nothing like that. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do me a favor and hit the like. If you guys like the content that I put on this channel, please consider subscribing. Till next time.